Hey, how's it going? It's Sam Frost here, and in today's video I want to just share a really quick tip for how you can actually improve the performance of your Google ads and make sure that your advertising is a bit more within your control. So you might be aware, or you may not be aware, that Google will often try and apply recommendations to your ads account. So basically this started a while back with Google sort of making suggestions, and you'll see that if you look at things like your optimization score. Google makes suggestions. They kind of say, hey, we think you can improve the performance of your ads by, adding extensions or adding more keywords or testing different ad copy. Some of those recommendations, some of those potential optimizations are good, some of them are a bit average. But what happened is that Google kind of went a step further with this, and they actually set up a system for auto application of some recommendations, and your account is opted into this by default, basically. So what that might mean is that if you're not kind of actively checking your Google Ads account and reviewing your change history and you don't know about this option, Google could be doing things like automatically creating new ad copy variations and testing them without your knowledge. Now, sometimes the auto recommended or auto applied ad suggestions, for example, that I've seen are actually not bad, but oftentimes Google really misses the mark. They don't understand your industry or your business. They're kind of just using, I guess, some sort of AI algorithm to write these ads. And so you've gone and you've created ad copy that really speaks to your customer, and you've tried to do as good a job of that as possible, and Google kind of sidesteps it by just making something that may or may not bear any great resemblance to what you would have liked your ad copy to look like. So what's really important is to be on the lookout for these auto-applied ad suggestions. You can see them in your change history. So if you're browsing through your change history in Google Ads, you might see a sort of message around some sort of auto-applied suggestion. Sometimes you can do a one-click thing to roll that back. Other times you actually have to go in and kind of delete what Google's done. Depends on what the auto-applied suggestions were. But the main thing to look out for is, if you want to stop this from happening, you can go into your account settings and you can actually opt out of the application of these auto-applied suggestions. And realistically, I recommend you do that. I still think you should look at Google's suggestions and their performance recommendations, and sometimes there are some good ones. If you look at your optimization scores and they're below 100%, which is very common, some of the recommendations they'll make will be quite sensible, like, hey, if you don't have site link extensions added or a call extension, you should look to add that. Sometimes it might be things like, your budget's running out, and you can actually scale up the performance of your ad if you've got budget to spare. But actually having things automatically applied without your permission or your knowledge, I'm not really okay with that, and I've tended not to find that to work so well. So I would suggest going into your account settings and disabling those auto-applied suggestions. If you've got any questions on this, please do let me know. Feel free to leave a comment. You can email me on info@samfrost.co.nz. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.